and single-digit temperatures. Snow is on the way. We'll have more of your weather coming up. Well, even if you have to walk across the state, you're going to have some nice weather here coming this weekend. I'll let you know more with 11 weather when we return. A lot of bikes out here today. Today is actually a pretty good day to get out and ride a bike and ride your bike over some crunchy leaves. Right now it's on the mountains, but that snow is not going to start accumulating until later this week. It's about 48 degrees with a 57% humidity, which isn't too bad. You don't really notice the humidity because the weather is not that cold out. Slight chance of rain and some snow, even though it's about 58 degrees, but it'll go down to about 34 as we go on into the evening here. And then the temperatures will drop down into the 60s and even 57 on Sunday. With a few clouds, it'll be partly sunny, and that snow could accumulate to about 1 to 2 inches tonight. So you might wake up in the morning and you might have to brush some snow off your car. A little bit of a diverse weather. It almost feels like we're in two different states, with Logan being 57 and with St. George being 86 degrees. Next to high 66 and low 44, with a few more clouds on Thursday happening, and then those clouds should stay. The cold clouds, which is probably why you might see some snow and some rain happening throughout northern Utah this week. It's going to last a little bit longer. It'll actually go on until about Tuesday night. We've got some snow happening and some decreased temperatures here. Moab and Nephi, the wind is blowing about anywhere from 55 to 60 miles an hour. But that snow should not accumulate, so don't worry about. You might just have some frost on your windows, but that snow shouldn't accumulate, but there will be a chance of precipitation this weekend. Utah will be in the single digits and some in the teens, but it will be cold and snowy.
Man.
All right, middle of November, and it's starting to look like winter is coming this way. As you can see here, we've got some clouds happening here and even some snow on the mountains, but that snow is not going to start accumulating until later this week. However, right now in Provo, it's about 55 degrees with about 44% humidity, and the wind's blowing about 6 miles an hour, so it's just a little bit breezy, but we do have some clouds in the sky right now, so it's a little overcast, but that'll continue on a little bit later today. Actually, it'll clear out later today, but it'll be 34 degrees tonight with mostly clear skies and just a few winds, so it won't be too windy, but it'll just be enough to where you need a little bit more of a coat later on tonight. And as far as daytime highs goes, it's mostly in the 60s here today. 60 up in Logan, 62 and 63 in Salt Lake and Provo, and then St. George, it's about 74 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer. And then also in some places it's even in the 50s like Price and Wendover, but for the most part it's also sunny throughout the state with just a few clouds happening in eastern Utah. And if we take a closer look at southern Utah the rest of this week, the middle of the week will start off nice and in the 70s with some sunshine going on, and then the temperatures will drop down into the 60s and even 57 on Sunday. With a few clouds, it'll be partly sunny and some clouds happening this weekend. And so watch out for that if you're going to church this weekend. Bundle up a little bit in St. George. And northern Utah, the similar story, but we do have some lower temp, but it will be a little bit colder. We've got 62 degrees on Wednesday, and then as we go in throughout the rest of the week, Friday and Saturday, a slight chance of rain and some snow, a little bit of a bigger chance of snow on Saturday. However, that snow should not accumulate, so don't worry about. You might just have some frost on your windows, but that snow shouldn't accumulate, but there will be a chance of precipitation this weekend.
You know what, with the holidays coming up, I think I'm ready for some snow. I'm ready to bring down the cold and bundle up for the holiday season.
Yes, for me, snow is when you can start playing Christmas music, so.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, it's cooling down here.
So when we went into November, I was expecting to still see a little bit of color happening here. I was not expecting to see the half of the sky being completely gray and overcast and seeing snow on the mountains here. But actually, that's what we got. And today in Provo, it is 36 degrees with about 55% humidity, and that's actually kind of what it's like throughout the state here. And the wind's blowing about 6 miles an hour, which is good because it is cold, and the wind would just make it even colder. And then later tonight, there's about a 20% chance of snow happening here in Provo, and then it'll go down to about 26 degrees, so that snow could possibly stay there if it'll snow tonight. And then right here, as you can see here in Utah, it is pretty much all white with a little bit of blue, and that is that's an increased water vapor and some ice crystals, which is why most of Utah is experiencing some moisture, whether that be snow or some rain. Either way, Utah is going to be a little bit wet today here. And then these temperatures right here, 38 in Logan, 41 in Wendover. And then as we go down throughout the state here, these temperatures just a couple weeks ago were the lows, just not that long ago. But now they're the highs, and it's only going to get colder here. It's just November, and here we've got some snow happening throughout all of Utah, even in southern Utah. Today, slight chance of rain and some snow, even though it's about 58 degrees, but it'll go down to about 34 as we go on into the evening here. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, it'll actually warm up and it'll be sunny, and then it'll continue to be sunny and in the 60s throughout the rest of the week here in St. George, so it won't be too cold there in St. George. Northern Utah, snow's going to last a little bit longer. It'll actually go on until about Tuesday night. We've got some snow happening and some decreased temperatures here going on and ending on Wednesday, and then the rest of the week. Going into the weekend, it'll be about 58 degrees and then 55 on Friday. However, there might be a little bit, I would watch out for some rain here happening. It might rain, but this is Utah. We never know.
Yeah, you never know in Utah. Walking in this morning, my hands were freezing. It was like legitimately cold.
I had to put a coat on. I have a rule. I don't wear a coat till November, and I had to get my coat out this morning. So there you go.
You guys can complain about the cold all you want. I'm just ready to hit the